everyone, and welcome back to the Learning Lab, where learning English is easy and enjoyable. I am so happy to be here with you today.
Hi, Jenny, and hello to everyone watching or listening right now. I am really excited too because today's topic is one that everybody needs in real life.
James, before we start, how are you today? You look very happy this morning.
I'm doing great, thank you for asking. I had a good breakfast, I made my notes for today, and I feel very prepared, as always.
Of course you are prepared, James. You are always prepared. I, on the other hand, woke up late and I am still drinking my coffee right now.
That is very funny, Jenny, but that is okay, because today's topic is about everyday conversations, so even a sleepy morning is perfect practice.
Oh, that is true. So, friends, today we are going to practice easy English conversations that you can use in your everyday life. Things like meeting someone new, ordering coffee, asking for directions, talking about your weekend, and even making a phone call.
Yes, and remember, this is not just a listening lesson. This is a practice lesson. So we want you to speak out loud with us, even if you are alone at home right now.
That's right. Don't feel shy. Just repeat after us or answer our questions in your own voice, because speaking is how you really learn a language.
Perfect. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into our first situation, which is meeting someone new.
Okay, I love this one because it happens to me all the time, especially because I always forget people's names.
That is very relatable, Jenny. I think many of our viewers feel the same way. Okay, so let's imagine we're meeting for the first time at a small party.
All right, I will start. Hi there, I don't think we have met before. My name is Jenny. What is your name?
Nice to meet you, Jenny. My name is James. I just moved to the city last month.
Oh, wow, that's exciting. How are you liking the city so far?
I like it a lot. The people are friendly and the food here is amazing. What about you? Have you lived here for a long time?
Yes, I have lived here for almost 5 years now, so if you ever need any recommendations, just ask me.
That sounds great. Thank you so much. I will definitely ask you soon. Okay, everyone. Did you notice how simple that conversation was?
Yes, we just used simple questions like what is your name, how are you liking the city, and have you lived here for a long time? These are perfect starter questions.
Exactly. So now it's your turn. Pause the video for a moment and try introducing yourself out loud, just like Jenny did.
Go ahead, don't be shy. Tell us your name and one thing about yourself. We're waiting.
Great job. I am sure you did wonderfully. Now let's move to a slightly different version of meeting someone, this time at work.
Oh, this one is a little more formal, right? Let's try it together.
Sure, I'll start this time. Good morning. I'm James. I'm the new marketing assistant. It's nice to finally meet you.
Good morning, James. Welcome to the team. My name is Jenny. I work in the design department.
Nice to meet you, Jenny. I'm really looking forward to working with everyone here.
We're happy to have you. If you have any questions during your first week, please feel free to ask me anytime.
Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate it.
See, that was still simple English, but a little more polite because it's a work situation.
Exactly. So, remember, with friends, we can be relaxed, but at work or in formal places, we usually add words like please, thank you, and nice to meet you.
Great tip, James. Okay, everyone, now try this formal introduction on your own. Imagine you just started a new job today.
Take a moment, say it out loud, introduce yourself like you're meeting a new coworker for the first time.
Perfect. I'm sure that felt great. Now let's move on to our next everyday situation, which is ordering food at a coffee shop.
Oh, I love this one. Coffee shops are everywhere, so this conversation is very useful for daily life.
Yes, and honestly, sometimes I still get nervous ordering in English, even though I do it every single day.
Don't worry, Jenny, it happens to everyone. But once you learn the pattern, it becomes very easy. Let's act it out. I'll be the customer and you be the barista.
Okay, sounds good. Hi there. Welcome to our coffee shop. What can I get for you today?
Hi, can I get a medium latte with oat milk, please?
Sure. Would you like that hot or iced?
I would like it iced, please. It is a bit warm outside today.
No problem. Would you like anything else with that? Maybe a snack or a pastry?
Actually, yes. Can I also add a blueberry muffin, please?
Great choice. That will be $6. Would you like to pay by card or cash?
I will pay by card. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Your order will be ready in a few minutes. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Have a nice day. See, that conversation used very common phrases like, can I get, would you like, and I would like.
Yes, and these phrases work in almost any restaurant or coffee shop, not just this one.
Exactly. So now it is your turn again. Imagine you are ordering your favorite drink. Say it out loud using the phrase, can I get, or I would like.
Take your time, think about what you usually order, and say the full sentence, not just the drink name.
Wonderful. I'm sure that sounded amazing. Now let's switch roles and try it one more time so everyone can practice both sides of the conversation.
Good idea. This time I'll be the customer. Hi, can I get a small cappuccino, please?
Sure. Would you like that with regular milk or plant-based milk?
Regular milk is perfect, thank you.
Great. Will that be for here or to go?
To go, please. I'm in a bit of a hurry today.
No problem at all. That'll be $4.50. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day. See, for here or to go is another very useful phrase you'll hear almost everywhere.
Yes. So now try it yourself one more time, but this time add for here or to go to your answer.
Amazing work, everyone! I can already tell your English is getting stronger just from these two topics.
I agree completely. Okay, let's move to our next topic now, which is asking for directions.
Oh no, this one is actually my weakness. I always get lost, even in my own city.
That is so funny, Jenny. But don't worry, this conversation will help you so much when you travel or explore a new place.
Okay, let's try it. I'll ask for directions and you can help me, James.
Sounds good. Go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
Excuse me, could you help me? I'm looking for the nearest train station.
Sure, no problem. Go straight down this street and turn left at the second traffic light.
Okay, go straight and turn left at the second light. Got it. Is it far from here?
Not really. It's about a 10-minute walk. You'll see a big sign on your right side.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it.
You are very welcome. I hope you have a safe trip. Okay. Did everyone catch those direction words?
Yes, words like go straight, turn left, turn right, and it's about a 10-minute walk are extremely useful when you travel.
Exactly. So now, listener, try asking for directions to a place near you. Use the phrase, excuse me, could you help me? I'm looking for, and finish the sentence yourself.
Take a moment and say it out loud. Imagine you're really standing on a street asking a stranger for help.
I'm sure that felt very natural. Now let's try a second version, this time giving directions instead of asking for them.
Okay, I'll ask this time. Hi, sorry to bother you, but do you know where the nearest pharmacy is?
Of course, it's not far. Just walk straight ahead and it'll be on your left side, right next to the bakery.
Great. Walk straight and it will be on the left next to the bakery. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. I hope you find what you need. Notice how James repeated the direction clearly. That's a great habit to build when you're speaking English, too.
Yes, repeating information back shows the other person that you understood, and it also helps you remember it better.
Such a good tip. Okay, everyone, now you try giving directions. Imagine someone is asking you how to get to your favorite shop. Explain it out loud.
Wonderful. I'm sure your directions were very clear. All right, let's move on to our next topic, which is talking about your weekend or your plans.
Oh, I love this topic. This is basically my favorite small talk question ever.
Same here. It's such a natural way to start a friendly conversation with anyone, coworkers, friends, or even new people.
Let's practice it. I'll ask you first, James. So, what did you do last weekend?
I had a really relaxing weekend, actually. I went hiking with my brother on Saturday, and on Sunday, I just stayed home and watched movies. Aw, that sounds lovely. Which movie did you watch?
I watched an old comedy movie. It was so funny that I could not stop laughing. What about you, Jenny? What did you do?
Honestly, my weekend was a little chaotic. I tried to clean my whole apartment, but I only finished half of it.
Oh no, that sounds tiring. But at least you tried, right?
Exactly. Half a clean apartment is still better than nothing. Okay, everyone. Did you notice how easy that conversation felt?
Yes. We simply used past tense questions like, what did you do? And past tense answers like, I went, I watched, and I tried.
Great explanation, James. Now it is your turn. Tell us out loud, what did you do last weekend? Try to use at least 2 sentences.
Take your time, think about it, and speak clearly. We really want to hear your answer, even if we cannot hear it directly.
I am sure that was a great answer. Now let's try the future version, talking about weekend plans instead of the past.
Great idea. I'll ask this time. So Jenny, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm planning to visit my parents. We're going to have a big family dinner together.
That sounds really nice. I'm sure your family will be happy to see you.
I hope so. What about you, James? Do you have any plans for this weekend?
Yes, I'm going to a friend's birthday party on Saturday, and on Sunday, I'm probably just gonna rest.
That sounds like a perfect balance. One fun day and one relaxing day.
Exactly. That's the dream weekend. Okay, everyone, now you try. Tell us what you're doing this weekend. Use I'm going to or I'm planning to.
Wonderful. I'm sure your weekend sounds amazing. Okay, let's move to our final situation for today, which is making a phone call. For example, booking an appointment.
Oh, this one is very important. Phone calls can feel scary in a new language because you cannot see the other person's face.
That is so true. I always feel more nervous on the phone than in person.
Don't worry. Once you know the pattern, phone calls become much easier. Let's practice a doctor's appointment call.
Okay, I will be the receptionist and you can be the caller. Hello, thank you for calling Sunshine Clinic. How can I help you today?
Hi, I would like to book an appointment with a doctor, please. If possible, sometime this week.
Sure. Are you available on Thursday at 10 in the morning?
Thursday at 10 works perfectly for me. Thank you so much.
Great. Can I please have your full name and phone number?
Yes, my name is James Carter, and my phone number is 555-123-4567.
Perfect. You are all set for Thursday at 10 in the morning. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's everything. Thank you very much for your help.
You are very welcome. Have a wonderful day. See? Phone calls actually follow a very simple pattern: greeting, request, confirming details, and saying thank you.
Exactly. And once you remember that pattern, any phone call becomes much less scary.
So true. Okay, everyone, now try it yourself. Imagine calling to book an appointment. Say your opening line out loud. Hi, I would like to book an appointment.
Great job. I'm sure you sounded very confident. Let's do one more phone call example. This time, calling a restaurant to make a reservation.
Good idea. I'll call this time. Hello, I would like to make a reservation for tonight, please, if you have any tables available.
Of course. How many people will be joining you tonight?
There will be 4 of us, and we would prefer a table around 7 in the evening if possible.
That works perfectly. Can I have a name for the reservation, please?
Yes, the reservation is under the name Jenny. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. We'll see you at 7. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. See you tonight. Okay, everyone. Notice how useful the phrase, I would like to make a reservation is. You can use it for restaurants, hotels, and many other places.
Absolutely. So please try it yourself now. Imagine calling your favorite restaurant and say the full sentence out loud.
I am sure that sounded fantastic. Wow, James, we covered so many useful conversations today.
We really did. Meeting new people, ordering coffee, asking for directions, talking about weekends, and making phone calls.
And the best part is, all of these conversations use very simple and common English, nothing too difficult.
Exactly. And remember, the more you practice speaking out loud, even alone in your room, the more natural these sentences will feel in real life.
That is such an important point, James. So, friends, before we finish today, let's do one final challenge together.
Yes, I want you to pick just one conversation from today, maybe ordering coffee or asking for directions, and practice it out loud 3 times before tomorrow.
I love that challenge. Practicing something small every day is much better than trying to learn everything at once.
Completely agree. All right, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode.
Thank you so much for practicing with us today. We hope you feel more confident about using English in your everyday life now.
Absolutely. So, James, before we go, how are you feeling after today's episode?
I'm feeling great. This was such a fun episode to record with you.
Me too. I'm always happy after we finish an episode. It feels like a nice little English workout.
That's a perfect way to describe it. Okay, everyone, thank you again for joining us today. And remember, learning English can truly be easy and enjoyable.
We'll see you in the next episode of The Learning Lab. Until then, keep practicing and keep smiling.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care and see you very soon.
Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.